Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I am Anaam. Today's topic is something that I have been saying for a while, and I want you to think about this. Why is it that it is nearly impossible for anyone to access inner silence, at least in the beginning few years, I would say? Why is it? Being present in this moment is actually how nature is. You are nature. We are all nature. How is it that we find it impossible? And it needs years and years of relentless, constant practice to simply develop the ability to listen to the silence within and without any interference. Why is it? Why is it that nearly everyone in the modern world, at least, finds it so hard? It's an unsurmountable task to simply exist in one's natural state. You know, years ago it occurred to me, let's find out what connection does the occult dimension have with this world, or the matrix world, or the world of science and technology. Science and technology are two very different things. Technology is gadgetry. You can call it punk science. It's science for fools. And what is peddled to you as science is really just another arm of religion. And who appear to you in the media, always in the media, who appear to you, they're actors, really. You can actually look up their acting profiles on the internet. Everyone from Carl Sagan, the father of media scientists, to this fool Neil Grassy Tyson, whatever his name is. They're all actors. They're actually actors. They're actors. And what is it? Michikoku, Kaku, Coca-Cola, whatever that fellow is. They're all actors. They're actors. Okay? So whatever is peddled to you as science is just another form of religion, another arm of religion. And these are priests. These are priests espousing their beliefs. Now, it's very technical, and when they use fancy words like gravity, there's nothing called gravity. It's a catch-all magic word to explain away things they can't. Density, which is the age-old, time-proven principle, explains weight, mass, and density perfectly. Anyway, science aside, what is the connection of the occult and science? And as I started going down that research topic, I immediately came across their bastard child, mind control. Ritualized mind control. It's like it's the next step immediately. As soon as you get into the occult, you're really studying mind control, right? And at one point, pretty soon, I realized I have been a victim of severe hypnotic mind control. And not just benevolent mind control, trauma-based mind control. And I started observing everyone else and obviously cross-referenced that, and I found, yes, everyone whose books I have read, or authors and scientists and actors and this and that and friends and family, and everyone that I know of or know are deep victims, like really deep indoctrinated victims of trauma-based mind control. And it's all stemming from the occult control of the way things were run in this world. It's called education. I've talked about this before in many, many videos. A child is placed into an indoctrination camp. It's called school. Parents happily give away their child to an indoctrination camp. Now, children whose spirits are strong and fresh at that time, they instinctively realize the badness, the evil, the unnaturalness, the artificiality of that act, of where they're going. I doubt if there is any child in this whole world that has ever existed, exists and will exist, that goes up to mommy and daddy, I can't wait to go to school. It's my first day. I can't wait. What an amazing time it will be. There's no child like that. What actually happens? The child feels traumatized. It is not a pleasant experience. The child is not practicing good feelings. It's practicing bad feelings. The child knows this is not good for me. I am being ritually deleted from here on out. I've turned a corner. My life has now turned a corner. No going back from here. And that monster of Western education swallows the child whole like an anaconda. And it takes minimum 10, 12, 15 years to do that. And by the time the child comes out of the arsehole of the education system, gets shitted out as a reward for doing well, that's no longer a human being. That's a Borg drone, an NPC, unable to think clearly for itself. Now, what I found was studying victims of child abuse, victims of trauma-based mind control, rituals, satanic this, that, and all the rest of it. There's one common factor. Child rape, all of these things. I found that psychologically, or children who have survived wars, atrocities, genocides, all sorts of things. Those soldiers, these people, the mind has a natural ability to withdraw from reality. If the reality is too traumatizing, the mind is the body. The mind, there's nothing called the mind. That's like some compartment chip that you have put inside in your head. There's nothing. The mind is the whole body. Okay? So the body has this natural fail-safe so that the organism doesn't malfunction too much. It withdraws its awareness into its own created world, and it starts practicing projections. Yeah, what are relationships based on? Have you noticed? They're all based on projections, not on reality. Your entire life and the relationships you have are evidence of this. All you can manage is projections because it is so hard to be present. So at a very early age, you learned to run away from reality because it's too painful. It's too nonsensical. Painful might still, children bounce back from painful events far quickly than adults. Yeah, a child has witnessed a murder or some whatever traumatizing thing it is, it'll bounce back much quicker. But nonsense, unending, boring nonsense, children are naturally movement-based creatures. They run, children don't walk anywhere, like marching like ball drones. They run everywhere with excitement. They run here and then they run up the stairs, they tumble down the stairs, they run over there. To make them sit for hours and hours on end and force feed them absolute junk, nonsense. And that is happening day in, day out, year in, year out. That's deep trauma-based mind control. That person's mind will become an absolute master at escaping. And not only will it become a master, it will become addicted to escaping. Whether the reality now is good or not, it doesn't matter. Whether the reality that that person is in is comfortable or not, it doesn't matter. Way too long ago, that person is now habituated into running away. They're always gone, never here. The projections are now interacting with life. The person is long gone. And so ultimately, when that person realizes, well, it's better to be present and I'm going crazy, my mind drives me crazy, can't sleep, got hundreds of diseases, I'm fat and all this kind of stuff. And now I'm thinking of becoming a woman or a rabbit or a wolf or a crow or whatever. That's all the craziness. That's all the craziness, the unnatural, the artificial. Because the mind has been ritually subjected to the unnatural and the artificial from an early age. The mind has been projected upon, forced, raped, abused for years and years on end. What will that individual do but carry on in the same way? Because that's all that child has ever known. Once I started realizing it, I started understanding in a much deeper way human psyche, modern human psyche. And that is where I will leave you with that. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research into the occult and how the occult, the way it is practiced in this world, the occult is where everything filters down from. Okay? So, especially the science and technology, that's all coming from the occult. And the occult is literally just, the next step is mind control. And I encourage you, if you want to become more aware, really understand things inside yourself and around you, what actually is going on, you owe it to yourself to become a master, do some deep self-educations on the occult, specifically demonology and trauma-based mind control, cults, cult psychology, all of this. Really put in, if you went to university and you're so proud that you're whatever masters and bachelors, and it's all Freemasonry cult. It's a cult. You didn't learn anything about life. I guarantee you this, going to university and being proud of, practicing your trauma-based mind control to the fullest, right? If you did 3 years in that, 5 years in that, at least you can do 1 or 2 years of self-education in these two topics, the occult and trauma-based mind control and cult psychology. That way, you give yourself a chance. This is why you find it so hard to be present, because it's like swimming upstream. The current is going this way, the current of your mind, which has been habituated to perceive the world, behave in a certain way, which is escape, instant, constant escape. There's no way you're going to find it easy to be present, to listen to anything. In fact, the opposite. People go to clubs and take drugs and do this and do that, everything to get away from the present moment and facing themselves. It is just it is a natural consequence of that trauma-based mind control that was trained in, indoctrinated in childhood. Let me know your comments about this topic below. Keep them intelligent. And I will see you in the next video. Walk in freedom. Farewell.